welcome. Welcome to Thursday Night Lives. This is your girl Luna Pearl, aka LP the Spiritual G. I'm here to do some readings tonight. First and foremost, per usual, gotta clear some energy. It takes a while to light this thing. Oh my god. That thing is dancing. Yo, it did that the other night. It did not want to go out. It took like three tries. Okay. Oh man. Energy is still slightly thick. I don't know what it is. I saw a gorgeous crescent moon um, from my window earlier this evening, and I was like, okay, connect a little bit, reflect a little bit, but it was surrounded by heavy clouds. So it's like there's very thick energy happening right now, and it's like, oh gosh. All right, so we got a theme night tonight. And the topic is what is blocking you from your next level? Because there's a lot of awakened and awakening folks. People are coming online, people are seeing the truth in a lot of stuff. So there's a lot of energy being exchanged, a lot of things happening in the ethers, in the 5D, whatever you want to call it. And people are ascending to their next level, to their higher selves. So we want to see if there's anything blocking y'all from achieving or, ascending to that next level. Because blockages are real. They can be in the form of energy, people, places. So you want to make sure that if you are, on a spiritual path and that you're trying to ascend even more, that you're staying in alignment and blockages not be a thing. So let's see. Let's tap in. Start out with a general collective reading. The truth. Is that five fives? Oh, thank you. Thank you kindly and welcome. Happy Thursday, y'all. We're tapping in to see what the collectives, if any, blockages are. There's actually a lot of blocks going on right now because not only people are trying to, them NPCs are trying to block next level awakenings. It's a lot going on right now. So I'll say that. Nine of Swords energy. So what's going on, Spirit? What is blocking the collective from their next level? What's the blockage? What's the 411? Let's tap in. Let's tap in. Mm. Got the Two of Pentacles and also the Seven of Swords. Mm. Decisions. Somebody is making not so great choices when it comes to financial matters. Procrastination heavy in its energy. Heavy procrastination. We have the Sun and Justice appearing on the cut and on the underside. So it's looking like there's there's some karmic energy to be had in the background, and the truth will be shown. Welcome, Hova. The truth will be shown, but the thing is, are y'all ready for the truth? Because with this Seven of Swords here, it's like, I don't know. I don't know. Somebody may not be ready to hear the truth or even process and hear, not even just hear the truth, process the truth, and really just like be able to make those necessary decisions. This is the heavy procrastination energy, the hangman. Now, sometimes procrastination is okay, and just taking a beat. Sometimes people need to relax, people need to chill, people need to just feel things through, and that's understandable. But when this energy is accompanied by the Seven of Swords and the Two of Pentacles, it is not lending to pausing from or due to a time of gaining wisdom and for necessary reasons. Because we procrastinating, y'all. Gotta be careful though, because if it comes to going into the next cycle with that energy, could be stuck. Wheel of Fortune. Your will be stuck in your current position, and you're just going to repeat the cycle over. So whoever this message is going to resonate with most, you already know. Like, this is, with the sun appearing here, it's like truth is already known. This is not something new to you. This is not something, this is like a reminder. This is a reminder to basically, it's time to get up off your ass. And it's time to make some new decisions. All right. That err on the side of where you want to be versus where you are right now. Because that's the only way. That is the only way. Why are messages being held for review already? Oh my gosh. People really be bored. People really be bored. But that's all right, because we're here to do messages for the collective that resonates. So if you're not resonating with this message, of course, keep on scrolling. Keep it on moving. But this is for the collective that needs to hear this message. And again, that might be hard to hear right now, because I'm getting, for especially with that Seven of Swords appearing, like somebody's not ready to deal with it. Four of Swords, yeah, somebody's not ready. You're not ready. And if you need to repeat a cycle, you need to repeat a cycle. Just be aware of it. Be ready to be truthful with yourself as to why. As to why, there's delays in your timeline. Welcome, Christina. How you doing? So, if you're not ready for that truth, that's okay. Maybe the next time around, but we're looking into blockages. We're looking to see what is, if any, because not necessarily everyone has a blockage that they're dealing with right now, but a lot of people in the collective, in the awakened collective, because that's basically, and as I say, that the Hierophant, that's basically who I talk to. So if you don't identify as an awakened collective or awakening, feeling like, you want to reach the next level of your purpose, or you believe that you're here to do bigger things than maybe you were taught or learned, then these messages are possibly for you. You'll know if you hear it. Oh, okay. Well, Christina, if you are new here, welcome. I do viewer's choice questions on Tuesdays. That is my Tarot Tuesday night. Viewer's choice, open session, where you can ask any, well, almost anything. Might have won. Almost anything. But tonight we are tapping into collective blockages. Got the Knight and the Page of Swords. Someone is too involved in their physical activities. Someone is too involved in like that wand activity. Five of Pentacles. That's dope. That's dope. Come on back. Someone is definitely more so into seeking options, looking to see like what they can entertain themselves with. Seven of Cups. Means of entertainment, not so much means of purpose. So whoever the collective message would apply to. And if you're watching this on the replay, you can either confirm or deny in the comments. But someone is, I bet you if I pull out my Oracle deck, lusty energy would come out. But, you know, let's see. What else? What else? Three of Swords. And this feels like entertaining yourself with physical behavior, physical activities because of sadness, heartbreak, trying to heal from something, but it's more like, you know, that what's I saying? Trying to get over somebody by trying to get under somebody new. That's the energy it's giving. Yeah. Strength and the Ten of Swords showing up here. Yeah, this is all in the name of like distract distractions, distractions. Oh. Full energy showing up. Full energy and don't act like you innocent. No, this is the era of like what? Me? You're talking about me? That couldn't possibly be me. Yes, you. Yes. And you know this. Oh, be careful. Tower energy showing up here. Yeah, because we go from this is basically the first card in the Major Arcana to the last. So this is not the cycle you want to start over again. Whoever is, you know, healing from a sadness, healing from a heartbreak, and you know, you're doing X, Y, Z to distract yourself from said sadness and heartbreak, trauma, whatever it is that you're dealing with. It's not working anymore. Your methods are not working anymore. You gotta do something else. Like maybe actually heal. Perhaps actually heal instead of, you know, that full energy leading you to tower after tower, strength showing up again, even after I shuffle. This is somebody's tried and true method. And it's like, you've been doing this for so long, it's like it doesn't even feel like it's the wrong thing anymore. It's like the thing to do. It's not, though. It's really not. I promise you. I promise you that this is not the way to go. Because real healing does not involve this energy. It does not. All right. And it when you're trying to fake the funk, like fake it till you make it healing, this is where it usually leads. The tower. All right. You want more of this. Queen of Cups energy. More emotional awareness and actually feeling your feels. I know. Ew, feeling your feelings. So gross. No, I promise you it's not. Like once you actually get in touch with that side, which a lot of masculines don't like to hear it when I say you know connect more with your feminine energy. But it's so funny in the reverse when I tell feminines, all right, maybe you need to tap into your masculine energy a little bit more. They're like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. But reverse, for whatever reason, it's just so bad. But if you are masculine, listening to this message, it resonates with you. You need to tap in more so. There is basically a balancing of energies that needs to take place because there's extremes here. From the Fool to the Tower, that is an extreme position. Lovers and the Two of Swords, yeah. Creating karmic connections basically wherever you go. Better choices because we go from the three down to the Two of Swords. All right, so backtracking. This is not the cycle of what is that? Of the ascended. Okay, this is not a cycle that you want to entertain again because I'm hearing this is like revolving a revolving little pop up here. Justice is a revolving thing. Your karma is basically begging you to make different choices when it comes to these relationships and these connections. And what I'm hearing, situationships, karma is begging you to make different decisions because it's like both swords are in the hand, but the blindfold is on. Not thinking with, the brain upstairs. That's that energy. So that is a collective tarot. I'm going to grab some oracle cards and see if there's any collective messages. Welcome, Aisha. Y'all just jump in and ask right about love. You know what? Let me talk to y'all for a minute on these love questions. Because for Tarot Tuesday, which is also the night that I answer those questions, um, y'all be asking about some dusty energies, and I don't like that for y'all, like at all. I really don't like that for y'all. The last bunch of I can't remember the last time I've seen shallow pop up so many times in my oracle deck. I can't remember the last time. Like, if you are inquiring about an energy that is either a ghost, a runner, the runner and the track stars, the ghosters, and the manipulators, the narcissists, whatever have you, stop it. Stop dealing with those people. If they are not giving you reciprocal energy, if they're not showing you that they want to be in your life, do not ask about them. Please ask something that will benefit yourself and your journey and your purpose. Because I'm sorry, I'm having like a rant. Like, this is a low key rant moment because I don't really rant. Like, I don't get angry like that, but low key rant to my divine feminine. Stop dealing with these dusty energies. Divine masculine, stop dealing with dusty energies. Like, y'all are basically causing your own downward karmic loop. And if no one else will tell you, I will. Stop doing it to yourself. I did say I was going to switch to Oracle, right? As I say that, Five of Cups. Like, I understand, people are in their comfort zones. But there's always a new option that you could choose that, people just don't because for whatever reason you're caught up in that karmic cycle of choosing the wrong ones. And I get it. I've been there, done that. Definitely understand. But understand this: choosing the same type of cycle, the same cycle over and over again, and expecting a different result. We know what that definition is, right? We know that's insanity. We know this. I hope so. All right, I'm gonna go back to being more empathetic. I just saw empathy pop up. Like I've been going in on people. Oh man. All right, let's get some collective oracle messages. What's the blockages, if any, for the collective? What blockages are the collective experiencing? Blocking them from the next level. Exactly what I was talking about. Like someone's like in love with the wrong idea of love. I just heard the wrong idea of love, imagination. Like this is giving very like fantasy type of energy, like daydreamy, like someone's caught up in a daydream of what they think love is versus what it actually is or how they should treat it. More purple. Empathy showing up again. You have some more empathy for this for this energy. I'm sorry, y'all. Um, my patience is on the lower end. That's nothing to do with y'all. Everything to do with me. Service. Service says I feel good when I can help others. That's what I be trying to do. But some be like, those save her. She don't want to be saved. All right, so mind you, these are when I ask what your blockage, what the collective blockages are. So we have Five of Cups, love, imagination, empathy, service, and envy. All right, so a lot of purples and yellows. This is basically the spectrum of the chakra right here. Collective chakra energy is definitely needs to be realigned, reinvigorated. All right, this again, I'm speaking to a collective that is attached to the wrong idea of love and repeating karmic cycles and karmic attachments when it comes to love and relationships. All right, again, imagination showing up here. So, more of a fantasy version instead of a realistic and grounded version of what to expect when it comes to love and relationships, and not really, because we have empathy here, not being open to other perspectives, because being empathic means you're open to, you have the level of emotional intelligence to be able to understand different perspectives. So with this being a blockage, there would be lack of that. All right. Lack of service, and I'm getting this is not only just service to other people, that give and take energy, but also to yourself. The collective is not giving enough time and love and under under love, not giving enough self love to yourself, and the energy of envy. We don't like that. Envy says I'm the same as everybody, but with different challenges. Somebody is in a lack mindset. The collective energy feels like lack. There's a lack when it comes to multiple areas. So when it comes to love and relationships, when it comes to, we have yellow here, so indicating possible finances. That's, just understand that's a lot of people's story right now. But what's the solution? Because you can't keep going back and forth, repeating the same cycle, I should say, pattern, the same karmic loop and then expect things to be different. Again, insanity. So stop doing that, please. Good evening, baby. Welcome, Earth Angel. Doing my collective thing. Nobody wants to get a blockage reading. I understand this topic is a little deep, and I did that purposefully because after Tarot Tuesday, with the questions that I was getting, I was like, oh no, oh no, there's we got to discuss these blockages. We got to. Brittany, welcome, Brittany. So yeah, the Tarot Tuesday, which is my viewers' choice night, I get a lot of questions about love. I get basically everybody. Like I want to say 95% of people ask about love, and I want to say like 90% of those readings are about some dusty energy. Like not from who I'm reading, but the person that they're asking about. So I had to adjust several crowns for my divine feminines and masculines because it's not just women. Again, please leave them dusty energies alone. Leave them alone. It do be women. See, somebody else asking about it, dusty. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just that's. Uh, I don't like that for y'all though. Like, I want the collective to thrive in a loving and reciprocal relationship. But it seems like a lot of the energies that y'all be asking about is nothing close to that. Why are y'all choosing these people? Why is this? I can't either. It's difficult, sometimes to because I try to be, I try to be somewhat empathetic, and I don't want to people to think I'm like gonna curse them out for their choice. Like, no, it's your life. I just want to see my collective, my tribe, like thriving. And as I say that, Three of Cups, yes, yes, this is the energy. You know what? We're gonna leave this out here for a little bit. We're gonna, meditate on this. Wow, two, three, four. So Two of Wands, Three of Cups, Four of Wands. Yeah. So if anybody's been seeing 2, 3, 4, or if you do see 2, 3, 4 after this, and you connect with these readings or with my energy in some way. But the Three of Cups, look at that. That is good times. That is good energy. That is no worries right there. Either celebrating with friends, loved ones, like that is the energy that I want to see my collective in consistently. And is that super realistic? Not really. Not really. I will, of course, admit that. But if I could get the divine feminines, most of them in this energy, I will feel like I've done, you know, my work here. Girl, what? No, nope. No. I'm sorry. I was not addressing your question. First of all, I'm not even taking love readings tonight. So, if you're here asking about somebody cheating, you have other things you should be discussing with yourself because that's yeah. So Brittany, this is You could absolutely come back and ask. Like, I'm not telling people don't ask about love. Like, of course, you should if if your intuition is kind of off and you're trying to get the lowdown on who you're seeing. Absolutely. But the thing is, okay, let me clarify this because I'm speaking specifically about the divine feminines that know that the energy that they're dealing with is not deserving of their time and attention, but they still entertain it anyway. Because our intuition be going off. Like the red flags be waving, the fire alarms be ringing, but yet and still, and as I say that, Five of Swords, this is self sabotage energy. But yet and still, we will die on the sword for no, 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 no. You and me both, Earth Angel. You and me both. But I hope they're not cheating, but I'm not asking about that right now because this is about asking about the collective's blockages. I speak to an audience of either awakened, or ascending souls. So if you're not aligning with anything that I what I've been saying, this is probably not for you. But when I see the collective in this energy of like entertaining the wrong energy, it's like I'm part of my purpose is to realign people. That's what these readings are for. So hopefully, hopefully y'all could get or pick up what I'm putting down because I want, I really do want the best for everyone that touches this channel. Like, I want y'all to thrive in some bomb ass energy, but you gotta want that for yourselves too. As I say that, Three of Swords. Gotta heal the part of you that, you know, doesn't believe you deserve better. Judgment showing up also. Because that's a decision. That is absolutely a judgment call you have to make for yourself. What do you deserve? What is it that you feel that you deserve? That's what you're gonna bring in. So if you don't believe you deserve the best, you're not gonna get the best. Alright, let's switch up decks. Switch to speaking of divine feminines, get my goddess deck out. Let's do another collective message. Because nobody really wants these mini personals on what the blockage is right now. And I get it. This is this is a deeper topic. This touches on shadow work that some people ain't ready for. What is the collective message? What's blocking them from the next level? What is blocking the collective from their next level? What did I say about that self sabotage? What I said. Person that came out, Medusa, rage. Damn. And grounding. So we have rage, grounding, and self sabotage. 23, 3, and 24. More of that pleasure energy coming out. Liberation. There is a strong desire amongst the collective to be liberated in aspects, to have a higher degree of freedom. But because of this energy, Shadow work, y'all. Shadow work, I'm gonna do a whole like session just on shadow work alone because that deserves its own. It's uh it's pretty hardcore. If you're doing it right, it is hardcore. It is just hard, just plain hard, and it will make you feel like you're going crazy. But it is so worth it. On the other side of shadow work is where your higher self lies. Mm. You know what? That's part of it, but also you have to remember that our own conversations with ourselves also tend to project. Like if you're listening to that ego, that shadow side of you that tries to protect you in ways, yes, but doesn't always like tell you what's really real. That's another, source of projection. So it's not just outside, it's dealing with shadow aspects of, yes, other people's projections, but your own. All right, we have to realize that self-talk is the most important. How you talk to yourself, that's all there is really. Because conversations with other people, yes, but you're in your own head all day. And if you don't have those conversations, then you might be an NPC and I don't know what you're doing here. But no. Um yeah, if you have internal conversations, you have to really be careful how you're talking to yourself because your mind is not going to know if you're joking. Your subconscious does not differentiate jokes and seriousness. All right. It just is going to digest your energy. All right. And usually, when we are saying something negative about ourselves, it translates into negative energy. All right. So, again, we start out with rage here. Medusa. Someone is in strong need to woo sa. Ear rubs and all. Those deep breaths in and out because whatever internal rage is happening, whatever, feelings of anger you're harboring. And again, there's a collective message. If it resonates, it does. If it does not, it does not. All right. But this rage energy, got to do something with that. All right. Because this is how we started off with the blockages. This is how it. Absolutely. Absolutely, you can, Angel. Absolutely. But, I'll just slide through real quick this collective message. All right. So, grounding, I believe, is mainly self explanatory. All right. Get out, get your feet in some sand, dirt, earth, whatever. Get some sun in your life. Get that real, connect with the elements for real, for real. Because we're not talking about any kind of surface level anymore because it's just not going to do. It is not going to do anymore. And this self sabotage energy of setting yourself up for failure, that is the collective main blockage. But let's tap in for Earth Angel. Let's see if you have any blockages because not everybody has a blockage. But if you do, let's see what it is. Spirit, let's tap in for Earth, please. What is blocking Earth Angel, if anything, from the next level? Hmm. All right, so first out we have storms and seasons. All right, so your primary blockage is being able, like, when it, and this, we're talking about metaphorical storms, of course, but when storms happen, being able to not dwell in said storms and letting things come and go as they need to. Because sometimes we hold on to people, places, and things longer than the season calls for. So, and I'm sure you're already aware of this as far as, if there's anybody you need to let go, if there's anything you need to let go. But manifestation, showing up here. So it's like things you gotta, there's a couple of things that need to clear out first, these internal storms, before, because I feel like you're calling in something, but because of, and let me see, what is, I'm gonna ask what it is that, because I don't know if it's a person, place, or a thing. Grief is in reverse, so I feel like it's not as bad as it once was. Like, this is progress, all right? So not to say that this blockage is the worst it's getting. No, you're on a trajectory of improving and progressing and evolving. All right, so always take that into account. Dealing with betrayal. So this feels more so like dealing with past seasons. You still, like, it still comes to the forefront sometimes, where you think about it a little too long and you dwell on it. Um, Not being able to take closure for what it is, not receiving that apology, being okay with not receiving the apology, and still being able to move forward anyway. Hey, Tobias, absolutely. And Day we're doing messages to find out what is you guys' blockage from your next level, if any. Because a lot of people are, trying to. I wouldn't even say trying to, because like people awakening, that's gonna happen regardless. But if you are trying to reach a next level, if there's any blockages preventing you from doing so, that is the theme for today. I should have thought of like a condensed version to explain that, but yeah. Yeah, Ten of Wands. You've been, part of your blockages, you've been working harder and not smarter. Like, you may have been brought up with the ideal that, to accomplish something meaningful, you have to put in a lot of grunt work. You have to, like, basically get on your hands and knees to work, and that's just not the case. That's not the case anymore anyway. We are in a we're in a new era from our parents. So realizing that things could be really easy for you if you let them. But the thing is, for you to be able to get on that level of working smarter, not harder, you have to take some risks that you're probably, it doesn't feel like you're ready for it just yet, but you're getting there. You are getting there. So yeah, I mean, I don't get the sense that this is something that is like a major blockage for you. Like I said, it's like you've evolved. You've definitely evolved. So this is just kind of like that last push to get there. You know what I mean? It's not like you're starting from scratch. Like, you've learned a lot and you're close. Because when this shows up, you're close to something, but it's like that last final push, that last final release to let go of whatever it is that you need to let go of, or whoever you need to let go. Because whenever this shows up, it's usually around a person. So take that how it resonates. but that is your message. All right, all right. You're welcome. I got you, Devon. Yes, I got you. All right, so let me take the list. Day Day, let me know if you wanted one of those readings. But I have Tobias, Devon, and Renren. I want to say your names. You're welcome, on. I hope that helped. Alright. I'm gonna switch up decks here. Gonna switch Oracle decks. I'm tapping in for Tobias choosing things here. Ooh, that was quick. I'm gonna leave out. Let me actually shuffle, please. Alright, so Spirit is happening for stars, please and thank you. If any, what blockages are keeping Tobias from the next level? A lot of yellow, orange kind of color. You need this is like what is it? Lower chakra energy, like grounding is needed. First thing that came out, service. Service says I feel good when I can help others. So there's a lack of balance, give and take energy. Not to say that you just take and that's all that you do, but you haven't and this feels more recent, you haven't really given back to like something greater than yourself, kind of thing, you know. And this is different for everybody, like what you can be of service to, what you feel would be purposeful to give towards, that's up to you. Pride showing up. Pride says, I love myself and I see myself in everyone. So that's pretty self explanatory when pride comes up as a blockage. It's like your ego has been working overtime and you need to balance that out. Also, self esteem. Self esteem says, I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. It's like you have particular gifts that it feels like you're not really comfortable with sharing because it's on the side of not on the side of ego. Like it's what I guess someone could would consider um, either what's a word? There's a word that doesn't want to come forward, but all right, yeah. So you have to focus on that give take energy. Make sure that you are balancing that. Make sure that you are grounding yourself because with this color scheme, it's again, these are what is it? This sacral, I forgot what the root and sacral chakra. Well, root is more orange red, but sacral. All right. So and work on your self esteem because confidence feels like it has. It's not to say it's like you know you have no self esteem whatsoever, but there are moments where because your pride gets in the way, it's a domino effect. When your pride is off, when your ego is off, it affects your self-esteem. All right, so those are your main blockages. Let me see if there's any tower messages to accompany that, and then we can go to Devon. Remember when I said that give and take energy? That's this right here, the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, you can definitely use with being a little more, and this is not to say your hard-earned resources, just good, just giving back good energy can help balance you out. All right. Now, tangible, yes. Seven of Swords showing up here. So, you, I just heard you're not completely ready for this message, but you need to hear it. You need to hear it. So, this is more so reading that justice showing up. This is more so the reading that you needed to hear versus the want part, which is the subject. And please trust and believe I did this reading for myself. Now am I going to share the results? Not today. There is a couple of topics I want to do on a live that don't really involve readings. I'm just trying to set aside time for that. So, Tobias, that was your message. Devon, you are next. If you could just confirm that you're still present, because I know people have been dipping in and out. No, you're welcome. Ren, that wasn't your message. That was for Tobias. Devon, you still here? No, no, you're last. Right now it's supposed to be Devon, but if he's not here, which I don't think it is anymore, then it would be you. Oh, he's here. Okay. All right, let's tap in for Devon, please, and thank you, Spirit. If any, what blockages are keeping Devon from the next level? A whole bunch just dropped, but I'm not going to take all of this. The first one on the pile, though, self-esteem showing up again. But I'm going to put that back in and shuffle a little bit more. First I came out was love, then patience, and then imagination. All right, so this is saying that, or with trust and acceptance on the underside and at the cut. So your blockage is mainly relationships, love and relationships, how you view love and relationships, your patience when it comes to developing relationships, and that doesn't necessarily just apply to romantic. It's across the board. So when it comes to this imagination, it's like that, creating scenarios, creating unrealistic scenarios in your mind when it comes to connections. Okay. Because if you're not giving a connection enough space and time and energy to develop like the proper balance of things, and it's gonna go crazy. But what is it that I'm saying? Love is patient, love is kind. It's like you're you don't seem to have that level of patience yet to be able to sustain what it is that you feel you want at this time. But I also feel like that is going to evolve and change. But that's your primary blockage right now, and especially the what you tell yourself, because with imagination showing up here, it's like you may not be having the most realistic conversations with yourself, and especially when it comes to love and relationships. So that you should address. If you guys are familiar with shadow work, I will be doing a video on that sometime soon. But realizing that self talk and being able to change it and reprogram your mind to be able, and as I say that, we're reaching 55 on the clock, being able to change perspectives and change that self talk, change how your mind processes these things. Huge game changer. Huge. But it takes trust and acceptance to get there. All right. So that's the advice, to have more trust, because I'm getting that there's not a lot of trust involved here, or you have a hard time trusting people, like fully trusting, even when they've shown you that there's no reason not to give like basic levels of trust. And being able to accept people where they're at, not trying to change or project something onto them. And that's what I'm getting as your blockage. I will ask for any tarot messages to either confirm or deny. Four of Pentacles and the King of Wands. So another blockage may also be your how you spend your money, or like I'm getting a lack of um what is it? Save, like you don't like to save? No, that can't be it. But this is adding to like a level of frustration when it comes to like money matters, how you how you circulate like the energy around money right now, because the King of Wands is a very passionate energy, but also can err on the side of not being as realistic, because it's fire energy. Fire energy is just like very, fiery. But yeah, choices here when it comes to holding on to therapy. Uh, I mean, at least you're aware of it though, and you're willing to admit that to yourself, because usually with this energy, they're not even there yet. So with the King of Wands, usually it's like, they wouldn't even be willing to hear this message and accept it. So you're already unblocking yourself by doing that. And it's really just, I don't want to oversimplify it, because it's not a simple process when it comes to unblocking yourself, but it's those little things that add up to the big unblockages, right? Admitting to yourself, like, I need to do this, I need to, you know, go in this direction. But yeah. And don't like, I will never ever like, therapy is a great resource. Is it everything? No. But it is an amazing start, because if you connect with the right therapist, they will put you on track to not only crushing your goals but exceeding them, and that's where you want to be. So If you feel that that's what you need, I fully support it. Yeah, absolutely. In time. And that's another thing, giving grace to yourself, because patience just doesn't have to do with dealing with outside people. It has to do with how you deal with yourself as well. Giving yourself the patience, giving yourself the grace as you figure things out, because yeah, that takes time. So you're on the right track. You're welcome. Listen, take advantage of this free therapy while you got it, all right? Yo, take advantage. I'm glad this, if this could help, like I said, I'm doing my job. So, trust coming out again. So, double confirmation. Trust and loneliness appearing. Loneliness says that I know that I am never alone. So, I'm gonna ask that not only do you connect with, someone in your reality to speak to, but also talk more with your ancestors, your spirit guides, whoever it is that you pray to, pray more. Because in those moments that you feel like you're doing all of this by yourself, you're not. You're never alone. Like none of us are ever like really alone. Hi, Amina. Welcome. All right, Ren, you are up, and I think that mm, that should probably be the last one for the night. Amina, I am not doing love readings tonight. Tuesday is my viewer's choice open session where you can come back and ask about Mike. You can ask about Tom. You can ask about whoever you like. But tonight we are tapping in to find out what blockages, if any, because not everybody has blockages, but if there's any blockages holding you back from your next level. That's still categorized as a love reading because it has to do with relationships and a connection, whether it be new, possible, going on strong for 5, 10 years. Yeah. All right, so we're tapping in for run, please, and thank you, Spirit. Is there any blockages? Discern run from that next level. Because I want to hear my collective come back at the end of 26 talking about, yo, I crushed this goal. I crushed that goal. Like, I am winning. Like, I want to be able to hear all the success stories. This doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like you really have blocks like that. Okay. So we have here peace, success, and pride. All right. So I'm not picking up like really any major blockages. I feel like you're, for the most part, you're on the right path. Now, be careful because after success came pride. So that's the only thing I would say as a forewarning to your continued successes, that you don't get too prideful and think that it's a given and stop doing the inner work or stop, to stop giving things without gratitude. Trust and acceptance on the underside. Sorry, abundance. Trust and abundance on the underside here. So it's like you seem to have a lot of trust in where you're going, and you know your direction already. So this is not to say that you have any major blockages. It's just a matter of being able to continue on that trajectory. Let's see if there's any tarot messages to accompany. Oh, wait, one dropped on the other side. I can't even see what it was. Okay. Hold on. That has not happened before. Okay. Yeah. Nine of Cups, Seven of Cups, and Three of Wands. As I said, no major blockages. Just continue being happy. Continue like putting your best energy forward and continuing walking your own path, because I feel that you have options as far as what you could do, but the path that you've chosen is the right one. So you're already on the road to success. Like I said, it's just a matter of maintaining that and not um, recognizing or being grateful for said success when the time comes. But when this energy shows up, which is the Supreme, this is the highest card in this deck. Just know you got all the tools you need. The only thing that would stop you is you at this point. So you're good. I like that. I like that. And that message was for Ren. In case you were wondering, that one was for you. that, one. that one was for you, my friends. So, y'all, that pretty much does it for me tonight. All right, I'm about to head over to TikTok, basically do the same thing, and then call it a night. So, if you'd like to join me over on TikTok, link should be in my profile in the channel description. If not, I will be back on Sunday for spiritual Gangsta Sundays, where you get spirit guide messages. And then Tuesday, my usual viewer's choice night. So, oh, you're very welcome. And listen, if y'all are watching on the replay, you want to tap in, please join the tribe. Trying to grow this dope tribe that I see here. I get a lot of really cool energies coming in on these lives, and I definitely want to spread that love. So if you haven't already, subscribe, and I will be back on in a couple of days to give some more messages. But thank you so much for your time and your energy, and I want y'all to have a great rest of your evening. And so I'm sending some love and light to accompany that. Peace out.